Okay, we're going to go through part one of how to create the windshield Automoblox car. So again, I'm going to make sure I go to Manage, Projects, make sure I have Automoblox selected as my active project. Then I can go ahead and create a new part. First I'm going to create a sketch. This time I'm going to use some points to kind of develop the appropriate places for this sketch. So if you look at your sketch drawing, you can see that there are points. So I'm going to place a point right here. I'm going to go up and over a little bit and place another point about right here, and then our last point is on this horizontal axis line there. And so I'm going to use those points and dimension from those points to kind of get the right size of this, and then I can go ahead and create some arcs. So I'll go ahead and get my dimension tool, and from this point to this point it tells us we have a height of 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and type that in. I know that width-wise from this point to this point it should be 2.55 inches, so I'll type that in. This point has a height of 0.64, so I can type that in. And it has a width of 3.01. So I'll type that in. And that kind of sets up one more dimension to put in. This point right here should have a dimension of 3.04. So that kind of sets up, I have a width and a height dimension for everything on the screen, so that kind of sets up the overall general shape of the sketch. I'm going to use some arcs to create this, and so first thing I'm going to do is come in here and go from this point to this point, and it tells us that we want a radius of 6 inches, so I'll go ahead and type that in and hit enter, and you can see that it'll generate that that radius for you. From this point to this point, again I'm using the arc tool, we have a radius of 0.4. So I'll type that in, hit enter. You can see that sketch come about. And then from these 2 points we have a radius of 6 again. So I'll type that in and hit enter. And then I can draw a line between this point and this point, and that'll kind of finish out that overall shape of my object. We can then go ahead and finish the sketch. And we can extrude that sketch back and go the other way, distance of 2.55 inches. And that kind of gives us the overall block shape of the windshield part for your Automoblox car. You'll want to go ahead and save this, so I'll go to Save As. Make sure I'm in my Automoblox folder. I should be AM for Automoblox. You want AM for Automoblox, and this is the windshield. And then your initials. Go ahead and save that. So that's part one.